of the day from a batting perspective for England. Fantastic unbeaten century for Dawid Malan in his 8th Test match, 110 unbeaten. Johnny Best of 75 to the good alongside him. And of course that after a difficult start, Alistair Cook went early. Stoneman got in and got his half century. Vincent Root the other wickets. There was much debate about Stoneman's dismissal, but eventually it seems the right decision. Ricky, Jeffrey and Graham alongside me, and finally Jeffrey, something to shout about.
It was a wonderful day, wasn't it? Exactly what everybody from England wanted.
Yeah.
Maybe not Ricky, but they've had 2 victories. We in England, we wanted a good day. We wanted something to lift us. I've been a supporter of Milan since I've seen it. He hasn't made a lot of runs, but I've watched his technique. And when you're going to play the quality bowlers, and they are a quality attack, you need a good defence. You've got to be able to let the ball go. You've got to duck the bouncer. You've got to play tight on the back foot, get forward. You've got to move your feet. You've got to know what to leave. And I've liked what I've seen, and I'm pleased for the lad, because he showed me in Adelaide particularly, he got stuck in, but he's got some heart, he's got some bottle, he likes to fight, he's up for the challenge, and you've got to be. And then he has his range of shots. Maybe it's not quite as expansive as others, but you need to know your own game. And he's still young in Test cricket. What is he, 8 Test matches? He'll get better, he'll improve, we all do. Nobody starts off as a genius player, you have to earn your right. And I just like the way he approaches it. And I thought last Test match, didn't say much, but if Vince keeps failing at 3, they're going to have to shove him up to 3. I'm sure he won't want to go there, because he's got 100, he's got a 50, and it's a bit easier down the order, Ricky will tell you, but needs must, and we need people who can play the new ball.
Impressed?
Oh, look, I was very impressed. The situation, the game that he came in as well, 3 for 115, could have gone either way. He was in the middle of a pretty hostile spell of fast bowling from the Aussies. We saw Stoneman get a good working over. Joe Root, unfortunately, got that tickle down the leg side, but when Malan came in, he wasn't just going to sit back and let the Aussies bowl at him. He took on the short ball early on when they overpitched. We know how strong he is through the covers, but he seemed really composed all day.
Absolutely.
Even when the Aussies had their tails up, he was very composed.
Of course, we showed this morning the leading run scorers in the series. 3 Aussies at the top. Well, obviously now Dawid Malan has forced his way to the front, as has Johnny Best now made his way into the picture. And Swanee, from a point of view, if you think about the first 2 tests, a centurion each essentially made the difference, didn't they? Steve Smith in Brisbane, Sean Marsh in Adelaide. We were crying out for one, we got one.
Absolutely, my palms are so clammy by the time it was dropped in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh no, come on. Because it might be a watershed moment for the England team. They might actually get a few more people over the line now. I thought both of them were superb, Bairstow and Malan today.
We've just been watching your ton.
Cheers, yeah. Cheers, man.
How does that feel?
Yeah, over the moon, to be honest. Pretty emotional about it. You know, it's not every day you get an opportunity or score 100 for your country. So, yeah, look, I was very emotional out there when I hit those runs and didn't really know what to do after that, to be honest. So, but no, it's a great feeling, especially with the way the tour's gone to sort of, get us in a good position for tomorrow.
Yeah, we thought, it's great, it's a nice subdued celebration. He hasn't finished yet, actually, he didn't know what to do. Let's have a look at the moment, because it's always nice to relive those moments, to get your thoughts on what was going through your head at the time.
I was trying to run through there, to be honest. I was trying to make sure. I didn't realise I hit it that well, but yeah, when you're in the 90s, you start thinking a bit ahead of yourself, and after I nicked that ball and got put down.
It means a lot, I would think, to not just you, but to the England team. Been under the cosh for perhaps some self-imposed reasons, but obviously cricketing reasons as well. Just talks about the fact that in Brisbane and Adelaide, an Aussie centurion has swung the match. So this was important.
It was, yeah. We've made the headlines for the wrong things, and the only way to sort of put those things to bed is to win games of cricket. And we're in a position now where we've sort of got a one foot in the door, and we need to capitalise on that tomorrow. The other games we did lose and we lost comprehensively, but there were times in the games where we were on top, and Australia put their foot down in those crucial moments, and we weren't good enough in those moments. So hopefully in this game we can make sure we capitalise on the moments that we're on top.
And when you first went out there today, the Aussies gave you a barrage of bounces, and then all of a sudden, 4 wickets down, you started to take on the full shot, the hook shot. Was that a trigger in your own mind to try and put more pressure on the Aussie bowlers?
A little bit. I think, I play the short ball best when I look to play it. As soon as you sort of just look to duck and defend, you sort of get yourself in a bad position, so that's my theory in it. So I decided to sort of look to play it as it gets me in a better position, and then I had a couple of flaps here and there. And
well, the wagon wheel's pretty comprehensive. You've been round the ground.
Yeah, look, I'd much rather face that than face someone bowling 78 miles per hour in a green seamer. So,
don't give all your
able to
secrets
keep on.
Probably got the spine the gap, mate, careful.
so well, I'm not sure we're going to get many green seamers out here.
No,
but no, look, it was a good wicket to bat on. I still think there's a lot of runs in that wicket if whoever gets in makes sure they get in. You know, it's not as quick as I thought it was going to be. It's